Until 4 years ago, I had never heard of Friedreich's ataxia. At the time, my daughter was experiencing balance and coordination issues, and a genetic test confirmed that she has this disease. It is so rare that only 1 in 350,000 people around the world have it, and only about 4,000 in the United States. I was sitting next to my daughter, Raina, when she received her diagnosis. I was sitting there when her doctor told her that there is no treatment and no known cure. I know how that felt as a parent, and I can only imagine what she felt when she learned more about the disease. That this disease attacks the nerve and heart cells, that it will progressively take away her ability to walk, that it will likely place her in a wheelchair before the end of high school, that it will cause early onset heart disease, and that often it takes the lives of patients in their 20s. On that first day when my daughter and I left the doctor's office after her diagnosis, I tried to remain optimistic. I told her that I had immense faith in science and medicine, and out there somewhere somebody was working on a cure that would save her in time. We spent the next few years hoping and looking and researching, finding out that there were possible answers, but there weren't any good ones yet. Through a series of lucky coincidences, we found out a month and a half ago that here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, there was a half-finished research study that had made a novel finding in 2012 that had never been followed up on. The research had identified a potential enzyme called PRDX3 that is connected to the frataxin protein, and it may help provide the keys to solving this disease. We were ecstatic about the idea that there was more research to be done. We found out then from Dr. Vitiello here in Sioux Falls that this study could be continued with a funding amount of just $75,000. We also learned that the $75,000 through normal traditional funding cycles for rare diseases would take between 12 and 24 months to arrive. We took it upon ourselves then to raise the money here locally, now immediately. The moment that we arrive at $75,000 raised, this study can begin again. The money will go 100% towards science, towards the paychecks of the 2 PhDs working on this, towards the reagents, towards the testing, towards the test tubes. None of this goes for administrative costs or overhead. It's directly for hard science. This research study, this science, will help not just my daughter Raina, but all 4,000 patients that have Friedreich's ataxia in the United States, and all 8,000 of their parents who, like me, are desperate for a cure. With your help, we can move this disease closer to the finish line. Thank you.